programs or wherever. Where is Mwando with respect to that? And can you just explain, say something about that whole process? Can he actually get out as a result of going to the top? I was at a recent hearing and he was doing quite well. I mean, where's his light at the end of the tunnel?
Exactly. In his early 20s, when he went to court, he was sentenced. When you go to court, either they say at that time that you understand things and you get sentenced, or they say you have some kind of mental illness, and so instead of having court and going to jail, you go to a mental facility. You do one or the other. But in this case with civil commitment in Virginia, all of these men went to court. They were sane as you and me. They served their time. And at the end of serving their time, all of a sudden, they had a mental illness, which is called personality disorder. Now, either you did or you didn't. Either, you can't have it both ways. Dr. Alan Francis, a leading psychiatrist and author, has shown that sex offenders that were not considered as having any kind of mental disorder when they went to court and for their criminal offense trial cannot be tried after the end of their sentence and then declared as having some kind of mental disorder. He says the system is a money racket that railroads people inappropriately into so-called treatment centers. He says these paraphilias are widely recognized as fake diagnosis among the authentic psychiatric community.
So how can you treat something that's fake? You can't. So they call it the containment model, and it's a law enforcement model. Most of the treatment providers are that we've been able to identify often are ex-guards, they're ex-probation officers. They have online degrees, if they have a degree at all. I have yet to go to a court case, and I've been to many, many court cases now. I've yet to attend a court case where the actual treatment provider shows up because they have no credentials. Their credentials could be easily attacked. So they send a psychologist who heads the program. In Virginia, we haven't been able to identify a psychiatrist on staff, period.
Okay, we are at the close of this segment. We'll come back just with Mr. Phil Fornaci. So I'd like to allow our two guests, Dr. Bernida Thompson and Ms. Garnett Baughman, to give some closing comments before we close this segment. Dr. Thompson? Closing comments.
I just appreciate you so very much for having me on. Thank you so much. You're an angel.
I can feel your pain, lady, both of y'all. I mean, it really hurts. Ms. Baughman?
Well, thank you again. Thank you very much for shedding light on the shadow prisons and pre-crime preventative detention. We really very much appreciate being able to get the word out. We hope that we can come back on again. I have one parting word too, actually. My son is a political prisoner in the Arlington Detention Center, and I want him out.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know what you two ladies in your corner for your loved ones, with the fire and passion that you bring, something's going to happen. Being here this morning, somebody listening to this show can do something about it. You will be back, and we will shine light on this, because I said before, this is something I've never heard of. Pre-crime preventive detention. They can think what you might do and lock you up for the rest of your life. Man, this is Joogie Boogie at its finest.
Yes.
Folks, these kind of things have to stop. And Nkechi, you want to give, wait a minute. Phil, you want to give a closing comment, because you're coming right back with us. Our other two guests will.
No, but I basically say, yes, thank you again for raising this issue for sure. And it's very complicated. I wouldn't say, because most of the listeners here in the local area, I think one place to focus is the state of Virginia. As both of these women have told us about the outrages that have happened there. What's going on with the Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia is doing right now is criminal in itself. And all political action should be directed towards the Attorney General and the governor himself.
Can any legal action be initiated against the Attorney General about this? Has that been explored as a possibility of filing a suit or something against the Attorney General?
Well, there certainly are several in the ongoing right now, including in the case of Galen Baughman's case.
I know, I even signed on to a support letter. It's a letter of support to the Attorney General calling for the release of Galen sometime last year.
Yeah, it's in front of you, Roach,
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
It was
right.
signed by over 150 LGBTQ organizations and concerned individuals around the country, some very prominent.
Okay.
And there has been crickets, silence from the
Our
Attorney
time is
General's
up. We'll be dealing with this topic again in the future, pre-crime preventive detention. And one of the things we didn't touch on is the high suicide rate of those men who are being held illegally inside the institution without a criminal conviction. So I want to thank Dr. Bernida Thompson from Roach, whose son is serving indefinite detention. Robin Garnett Baughman, her son is well known, high profile, and he's doing this to somebody who's well known and high profile. What do you think has happened to the folks that don't know about it?
Right.
To Phil Fornaci, I want to thank the three of you for joining us, and Phil will be right back on our next hour. We will really go down through the criminal justice field and touch on a few more topics similar to this. Thank you all for joining us, and Merry Christmas. We want to say closing to my beautiful co-host, Nkechi, and to my extra beautiful wife, Mertine, to Jackie Craig Bay, Shahid.
Route.
Well, I couldn't get it in.
I didn't ask you.